Okay. Baruchim haboim. Welcome to the Shiur in Inyonei Geulah Moshiach. Be'ezras Hashem, we're going to try to do this every day. Behesem to the Ira of the Rebbe. And I'm sure many of us remember when the Rebbe spoke about it in Tafshin Nun Aleph. And it's one of the Inyonim that need a chizuk. And Be'ezras Hashem, just very quickly, we're going to get straight in a moment, but the Seder will be that we're going to learn the Sicha inside from that week, from that Parasha, from Tafshin Nun Aleph, which all the Sichas over there, in Tafshin Nun Aleph, the Rabbi speaks about Inyonei Geulah Moshiach. We're going to try to finish. If everyone could please mute themselves. Thank you. We're going to try to finish every week the Farbrengen of that week from Sefer HaSiches, the Mugadik Sicha. It's going to be like a blat shir, a girsa shir. And the Ezras Hashem, the Inyan was the Rebbe, had gewollt with the shir Inyonei Geulah Moshiach, as man soll leben mit Moshiach, and that Moshiach should become a part of the way we live. And ultimately, the Iker HaIkrim, as man soll bringen, the Geulah HaMitis VaShlema Lamata Me'asara Tfachim, will be accomplished. And let's go straight in. We're going to be makpid to do it for 10 minutes. So like this, we know that it's 10 minutes, and we'll be confident to continue and come. Okay. If everyone could please mute themselves. Okay. It's Misichos of Shabbos Parashas Achrei K'doshim Gimel Iyar Hey Tinose. The nekuda of this Farbrengen is what is the mehus and the inyan of Geulah? What is Geulah all about? And the Rebbe connects it with the Parashas HaShavua, and in the end of the Sicha, the Rebbe also connects it with the day of Yud Gimel Iyar, which is the Yahrzeit of the Rebbe's brother, Rabbi Yisrael Aryeh Leib. In Zusammenhang damit, was es redt sich la'acharoina, wegen der Geulah ha'amitis va'ashlema, auf welchem man wart bechol yom, und man hofft, as tovei bechol yom, in connection with that which we've been talking about lately, the inyan of the Geulah ha'amitis va'ashlema, which we wait for and hope for every single day, and this hope is a practical inyan in halacha. With the psak din b'halacha, as b'macht ha-neder, nit trinken Wein b'yom sheyaveh ha-Moshiach, Torah nit trinken Wein keinmal nit. So that means that the awaiting of Moshiach is a practical thing, that is a practical halacha. If a person makes a neder that they will not drink wine on the day that Moshiach comes, they're never allowed to drink wine because Moshiach could come this moment. So we're hoping for the coming of Moshiach. It should be taken from a yad mamish immediately. It's an interesting point to point out. In the earlier years, the Rebbe used the expression that Moshiach should come b'karev mamish. When it came to the later years, the lashon the Rebbe changed to take it from a yad mamish, which is not just b'karev, but take it from a yad means immediately. Und wegen die Peulas, was jeder darf dann zu bringen, die Geulah. And we've been speaking about the things that everyone should do in order to bring the Geulah. Is passiv zu abstellen, sich mevaer sein dem Inhalt von der Geulah. Was das macht leichter zu verstehen, und was darf verstehen die Arbeit, was fordert sich zu bringen, die Geulah. Und wie man soll sich zugeben zu dem Maße bei Geulah. It's appropriate that we should stop and explain what is the Geulah all about, which will make it easier to understand what we need to do to bring Moshiach and what we need to do to be prepared for the time and the matzav of the Geulah. Der Inhalt von jeder Sache gibt sich heraus in sein Namen. Also euch Inyonei Geulah zu der Geulah, kann man haben einen Begriff in ihr Teuchen durch hereintrachten sich in der Pirush von ihrem Namen Geulah. The name of everything has in it the meaning of what it is. So when we look into the name Geulah, we can understand what the Geulah is all about. Der Inyan Geulah wird bezeichnet in Torah mit verschiedenen Aussprachen. Unabhängig von den Dalet Lashonis shall Geulah ba'kosuv, which is v'hoitzeisi, v'hitzalti, v'go'alti, v'lokachti. Und der Lashon ha'chamishi v'hevesi. So in the Torah, there are different expressions which are used for the idea of Geulah. Starting with the four of the Shainis, v'hitzesi, v'hitzalti, v'go'alti, v'lokachti, and then the fifth one, which is v'hevesi. Was trotzdem die alle der Schönes haben dem allgemeinen Inhalt von Areisken von Galus, is da an Ilui in dem Loschen Geulah. Although all the expressions that the Torah uses for Geulah represents the concept, the general idea of going out of Galus, there is a specialty in the name Geulah. V'yeshloimah, as zu lieb der Meile wird jede Geulah ubemiyuchad die Geulah ha'amitis v'ashleimah. Angerufen mit viel Kol Yisrael mit dem Namen Geulah Stam. Because of the specialty of the name and the word Geulah, that is why all the Geulah is called Geulah. We refer to it as Geulah, especially the Geulah ha'amitis v'ashleima. We call it Geulah. Now, what does it mean, Geulah ha'amitis v'ashleima? Dafke the Geulah ha'acharona is the Geulah ha'amitis v'hashleima mit ahei ha'yediyah. And the reason why Dafke the Geulah ha'acharona is the Geulah and the Geulah ha'amitis v'hashleima is because this is a Geulah which the Rebbe says so many times in other places that is the Geulah she'ein achareha golus, so it's ha'amitis v'hashleima because it will last forever. It's the Sicha of Acharei Kdoshim, Tofshin Nun Aleph, the Mugadik Sicha. Page 504 in Sefer HaSiches, Tofshin Nun Aleph, Chelik Beis. So why? Wie bald as der Wort Geulah geht arois dem Teichen von der Geulah ha'amitis v'hashleima, the word Geulah represents and teaches us and tells us what is the concept, what is the idea, what is the Geulah that we're waiting for, what is it all about? What does it mean? If we want to know what it means, the Geulah ha'amitis v'hashleima, we have to look into the word Geulah, and that will help us understand what is the inyan of the Geulah ha'amitis v'hashleima. Base. In dem Wort Geulah sieht man an zwei Pelle. Geulah ist dieselbe Oisies wie Geulah. Golus. Now, mit Atisefes Aleph. The word Geulah is the same exact letters as the word Geulah, which means Golus. The only thing that's different is that we add an Aleph. We state in Medrash, as in Word Geulah, which is a pasuk, the Geulah al Roisha, in the famous Haftarah, the Geulah al Roisha. So the literal title of the Geulah is like a bowl. The Geulah al Roisha on top of the menorah. So the Geulah al Roisha is a bowl. But the Medrash by Yikra Rabbas and Faran Sfei Pirushim says the Medrash. Trein Amayroim. Chad Oymar Geulah Loshen Golus. V'chad Omar Geulah. So the two Amayroim teach the Geulah al Roisha as either Golus or as Geulah. So the same word is Golus and Geulah. You do them bearing them. As the Sefer Aleph shall Yodel Nas and B'chinas Geulah, B'chinas Geulah, geht auf dem Aleph von Alufay Shel Olam. Was durch der Avoide von Haiden in Golus zu hereinstellen, Mamshich und Megale sein, dem Aleph, der Alufay Shel Olam in Golus, wird von Geulah Geulah. What's Aleph? Aleph represents Alufay Shel Olam, and it represents the Eibishter, which is the Alufay Shel Olam, the ruler of the world. So when you have the idea of the Golus, and you take the Alufay Shel Olam, bring the Eibishter into the inyan of Geulah. In other words, you bring Alufay Shel Olam in the Golus, so then the Geulah turns into Geulah. You have the Geulah, and that Geulah, through bringing down and being mamshich, the Alufay Shel Olam in the Geulah, then you have the inyan of Geulah. Kamuvan, it needs a hasbara. What does it mean? How does it work? And why is this dafka connected to Geulah? The Ezras Hashem will continue tomorrow. Hatzlacha Rabbi and Nochamal as the Ebersh will take help from the Iker Kol Iker, like the Rebbe said. in the beginning of the Sikha today, that we're waiting, take it from a yad, that the Geulah should come in Peil Mamish, and the Rebbe someone from Golus, and reinbringen the Geulah, Amitis Vashleim, Atzlach, Rabbi.